Whether you can really see that too well, but there's a ray there. And Nick, on the nose of the boat, is just, well, we spotted a fish cruising around as we were chasing some crabs. Big shovel-nosed shark just took off. No, that's not one. We're actually out here crabbing, and that's the reason that Kim's got the net in his hand. And there's this, I think it's a trevally. Is it a trevally or a coiny? I think it's a mud crab maybe just on the other side of him, so you might get a mud crab and a trevally all in the same shot. Yeah, it's definitely a trevally. Is that a crab just out there? No, it isn't a crab. Well, we've had a ball today. We've got 25 barra or something already between just our crew, and the boys have done extremely well as well. So it's quite a few fish caught today. I don't think there's too many in the boats. We haven't bothered too much. That's a really nice trevally, that one. So you're having a play around. So we'll get him in, and then we'll have a bit of a go for a couple more crabs and show you how we catch them. Well, he's not real big, is he? That's the sort of thing we're looking for anyway. Yeah, he's alright. Little Jenny, I think.
Yes, Jenny.
Beautiful. He's missed her. Another one up here, mate.
Right, just keep walking, please.
Here he is. Small, is he? Another one here that doesn't, I don't know, it's going to look too small. We'll have a look at that one, mate. There's one here, there, Kim. It's small too, is it? Yeah, there's a big bloke out here. Yeah. Throws the net. Oh, and no! He's stuffed up. He's a good grab, that one too. Yeah, another big one here too. He's looking for it. Oh. He's redoing himself, I think. He's got two good ones. Don't let them get down to one another. They'll crush each other if you can help it. Beautiful.
Oh, I'm about to have it.
You had enough, mate. Yeah, the trick is getting them out of the net without tangling everything. Another couple of crabs to add to the collection for tonight's meal. Big bag full of jacks today, and he's a nice one, that one. So that's a good jack as jacks go, and we've got heaps of them. This sugar bag is quite full. I don't know whether we'll get a view in there, but go to the other side of that, can you? Get in there. There's a few jacks in there. Quite a few. We haven't bothered keeping any barrow, but other blokes I think said they got 25 and or 27. I think we had 10, 18, 5, 23. Whatever that works out as, 50 again or so, and we haven't finished for the day. Although it is getting on a little, and we must think about cleaning these fish, so we'll probably head off in the next half hour or so. Kim's supposed to be up there rousing him, but he's drinking grog. He's sneaking a few in on us, I think. But he's going to be up there organising the spuds and all that while the team get into it down this end of the town. So we've got Gregory there. He's going to patiently waiting for with all the plastic bags and the stapler and all the gear to bag the fish. B1 there. He's going to drink beer, and he is the recipient of the stubby holder, mainly because he's taken it from me actually, because I had a nice barra, but it's pretty hard to beat a man that catches a barramundi and a queenfish on the one lure. Bommy had no claim to fame at all today really, so he missed out, apart from catching quite a few of these fish. There's 34 jacks there. We've got, how many finger mark was it? 9, I think? 13 finger mark, full brim I think, and a couple of javelin fish. So mangrove jacks and fingermark are very similar looking fish. Some bream there, pikey bream, and the javelin fish are a grunter, they call them, or we call them off-offs, because that's the sort of noise they make when they talk. And fish, earlier, the game rod went off, and then Nick brought her sort of 3/4 of the way in and then felt like he'd lost it, and sort of come into where the ledge is and felt like it was stuck, and we weren't sure what the story was, but apparently it's just laid doggo, and then it's taken off just after we went down to have a shower, and two of the boys stayed in, Nick and Kim.
Oh, that's massive.
And she's into it. So we'll wait and see how we go here. He's had him on, I don't know, was it long after we left? Did he?
Yeah, just after. Probably half an hour anyway.
He's through something, but look at that too. Yeah, something's going on there. You can see the rod tip slipping a bit there, there's something going on. Yeah, something going on there. But anyhow, we'll wait and see. Has it? Yeah. And there goes Nick wandering off towards the toilet. And start of another day. Unfortunately, he missed out on that big thing last night. Between him and Kim, they both had it on for quite a while. Actually, Kim had it on for a long time. Actually stayed up till about 1 in the morning and drank a bottle of whiskey waiting for it to come on again or whatever. So we had a big night, and obviously we were a bit of a late start today. But we're hoping the tides will still be running out by the time we get down there, and we should be right to get a couple more barra. I don't know why we got barra on the brain here, but we've caught quite a few, but we're going down chasing them, and we might try and get a couple of dewies in it today. We're going to a different area again. Yeah, Nick's got one. I've just released one. Get him? Yeah, and Chris has got one there. Oh, spat it again. Oh, the lure landed in the boat. Oh, it's around my head, thank you very much. So there you go, this is what it's all about. From the first cast this morning we've been into it. He hasn't touched a trace yet. Oh yes he has. So he's just nailed one. Chrissy, I don't think he's actually caught one yet, even though he got the first couple of casts in.
I suspect that's what part of the problem is.
He got the first couple of casts in, but didn't do much good.
Oh, he's got them hooks.
I didn't do it, honest.
Where's Pete? Set up already.
Yep. I'll get out of here, the boy wants the pliers. You can just see a barramundi drifting off into the distance there. Number 15 for Nick. Had a good morning. He had 10 in 45 minutes at one stage, so one barra every 4.5 minutes. To cast, to hook, to play, to land, to unhook and get out again, that's a big effort. And Mr. Young's caught 11. I think I might have 13 now. So I don't know, you do the math. The other boys are way off in the distance there. I presume they're having a pretty good time too, because they haven't moved too much. They've a couple of early shifts and one later one, and then they haven't done too much since. So excellent day yet again. We'll have a bit more of a dabble here, and then we'll get mobile, maybe nick up and have some lunch while we try and catch a jewfish or something. But at the moment it's only 10:35. Chris has just hooked into another one. Dropped him. So yeah, we'll nick up and try and get a dewie and or a few bottom fish or something like that for a bit of a change later in the day. But as I say, it's only 10:35 and we've got whatever that was, 15, 11 and 13 or whatever. So,
friend!
Sharks are not my friend. Beer is yours. Yeah, a little black tip shark, rock or something. Just grabbed the lure on the way in while we were catching some barra, so a little bit of added excitement.
Ooh, quick, grab him by the gut.
Like?
Grab him by the gut. Boys, the trappers just headed out in their boats. A few nets.
Night's tea.
Or not. Or not.
Why not?
Look out behind you, big ray here. Oh no!
Got fucking bogged in the mud.
Boys having a bit of fun while they're crabbing. Yeah! Success!
Got him.
Nice crab. Here we are, just proofing on videotape 4 in the net. I think that's a standing record. He went for 5, but just couldn't quite get it round it. 4 big mud crabs in the one net.
There's the worst ones off. The worst one I've ever struck is off the junction of the north and the middle arm, where that little corner there. Every fish you hook always runs right, and it always runs into the snag.
First trip when you got a 12 pounder there. Oh. You got it snagged around stick. You actually got it out. There was a million of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, another trip in the same spot, because that always used to happen. And I've always had the theory, if you hook a fish, the harder you pull, the harder he pulls. And if you back off, they'll back off, sort of thing. And Victor, another mate of mine, he hooked one, and it took off. And it was a big fish, you know, like he's hooked it, and it's just taken off, and we've got it out a bit, and then it's just turned and going straight for the timber. And I just said to him, wind like shit, and we've just spun around in 2 bob, and I've just gone charging straight back in, and gone crashing into the mangroves in the boat. And by the time we've got there, he's just winding flat out. And as we've got there, he's just catching up with it, and it's nearly in the mangroves, and he's hooked, you know, got laid into it, and it's turned around and gone straight back out in the middle of the river. Yeah. And so then we've let it run for a while, and then we've just chased it out, and then we've just drifted down, you know, with it, and no problems, you know. But I have no doubt that if we didn't go charging him, he would have just made the snags and busted off. No worries, you know.
By then we're starting to trip out, you know, we get fucking scratching ourselves and everything, no columns and going over some surface. I said, there, you take the world book.
How long ago is this? Can you talk
8 years, 10 years. I said, you take the fucking wheel, book. I said, we're tripping out, you know, our hair's getting all itchy and we're starting to pull skin off ourselves, you know. Me and Hammond. I said, Colin's driving. I said, hey, Colin. I said, go out. I said, this number 3, man. Go out fucking wider, boy. I said, go out number 7 and come in the channel. And then Hammond saying, go this way, go this way. And he's black as the inside of a dog's arse. And so Colin,
that's pretty black.
And I'm arguing with Colin. I said, hey, bullshit, hey. I said, go that way. We're going to run aground. Hey. This bloke fucking lives here, he knows what he's doing, man. Next minute, where I fucking joined and out going fucking tired up.
Magic.
On an outgoing tide.
On an outgoing tide at 10 o'clock, and we had a neap like the other day, and it wasn't
fucking
2 o'clock till the tide come back.
And a dugong that's going off.
It wasn't going off then, it was dead.
Half of it. Fucking hell.
And then fucking all these cunts from the port, they're going out. See when the tide turns? Here's a 21-foot star.
Oh, they all saw you there.
She's high and dry.
So you couldn't keep it quiet or anything?
No. And of course they're going out to run their fucking flat nets. And
Yeah.
hey, Mark! And fucking, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon before I floated out.
I bet you didn't feel too embarrassed.
And we had that piss or taco at that particular time.
Well, you had a bloody dugong, you could have eaten that.
What am I going to do, burn me boat and cook the cook?
So what happened to the dugong?
No, we took it home, we took it and cut it up and fucking Port Roper and fucking split it all in plastic bags and took it in.
I'm a bit pissed off though.
What?
You hanging fucking shit on me for getting caught around the coast last year. And you get fucking stuck out there.
I've been caught more than what you've ever been.
I wouldn't imagine you would, yeah.
Ever. You know, hey, I knocked around this golf long before
I was
you
going to say,
fucking
anybody
told
that
me
knocks
to
it
go
around it for a
over
while, yeah, anybody that knocks it around for a while is going to get caught.
Yeah, it's not hard here though.
Cyclone Kathy, we were all up there fucking Port Roper.
He's got him.
Crazy was a better route than you last week.
Got a couple of those cane toads.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
There's a little bit of carcass there, and the boys have done a terrific job. We've just got a few fish bagged up. We've only got 2 barra carcasses there because that's all we were able to keep. That's brought us to our 30. But today, the total ended up being 105 barramundi caught on the day, which brought us to a total of 483 barramundi for the trip. So, just unbelievable numbers. The biggest number we've ever caught prior to this trip was 203, and that was a record that we thought would never be broken, and we've got 483 with a day to go, and with 105 today, everybody's expecting to bust another 100 tomorrow, and we're aiming for 600, so I don't know how we're going to go there. We're just going to do it.
We'll be up at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Another late start tomorrow morning.
So tomorrow's a bit of an earlier day though. We're going to come back and pack up camp and that. It's our last day's fishing. Oh, look at this. This is just a legend. He's up there peeling the spuds. Oh, I was in the bushes too. I thought I was getting away with it. He's doing the spuds again. He's a legend, isn't he?
Do you want your apron now?
We're going to nick up a couple of beers with Steve-O shortly and pack these fish away. And we'll, I suppose, maybe a little bit of video later. The boys lost that groper, so we might set the rod again and see what happens tonight. Otherwise, we'll see you in the morning. Well, we just had a good little evening with Buckley. And so you can hear the motor trying to start out in the background. He's trying to get away. And well, that's it for another day. Last day tomorrow, half a day. We'll see how we go. He's struggling out there. Another crocodile. We've seen a few for the trip like this, just heads out of the water and there he's gone. That's how easy it is for him to sneak up on you. Not quite as much happening. I think we've got 7 barras so far and a nice big trevally. Bommy's just took this one, and because they're a bit quieter, we've been spinning the gutters a little. We've just started sort of trolling and give that a bit of a go, and this thing's pulling fairly hard, as Bommy knows now. He pulls very, very hard. 7 bar trevally. The boys have only got a couple. We've got 2 different teams today. We've got the Virgin team, 3 players from that haven't been up here before, and Chris, myself and Bommy have all been here a few times, or a couple in Bommy's case, and so we had a bit of a, we're having a bit of a competition today, and at the moment we're kicking their butts, but the day is still young, so you just never know. And there he is, big rubbery lips and pull like 10 men. There how healthy he'll be. Oh yeah, he's cruising. Oh, something just flew out of the water about there and landed about there. Yeah, We'll go and try and catch ourselves another barra or two and get on top of these virgins.
Now that it's going
I don't know whether we can see there. Just came up again with a couple of dolphins. And the river's got, you know, a few dugong and that as well, and out the front, out towards the ocean, that sort of thing as well. So they do come in occasionally. But today's been great. We've got another 39, oh, there they go again, 39 barra today. So, oh, 3 of them there. Unless there's more than the other 2 we saw. Yeah. Yeah, the end of the day, and looks magnificent, full moon popping up there on the horizon. Boys have just come down for a bit of a look. Just about to get in some more black-bean crab and some barramundi and chips and a little bit of finger mark and whatever for tea. Absolutely fantastic evening. So I suppose we better get into some cooking, I suppose, if we're going to eat before it gets too much darker. Just as I say, the end of a really nice day again and a great trip. Good group of blokes. And Greg's just got the wheel for a minute. We're just driving down the road. We're finishing off the trip with obviously
Mellow drift out.
bit of mellow drift, you reckon?
Yeah.
But we're heading down the road. We're just nearly at Barkney Homestead now. You just saw our last sunset, and our last sunset in Northern Territory. And that's an insect's guts you can see on the windscreen just there. You won't have enough to do that again.
That was the last thing that went through his mind. That was actually his arsehole.
That was his arsehole. So anyhow, it's sort of towards the end of the trip, and we have Fearless Fly. Fearless Fly there. He's he's been a bit of a gun. He's caught quite a few fish. How many did you end up with, Fearless?
79.
79 barra for Fearless Fly. And
I wasn't so fearless, I only caught
best ever
75.
75 for Nico. How many for the Kimmy?
69 here, man.
69. Oh, everybody's favourite, Chrissy.
Lazy 100.
The lazy 100. And it's getting very difficult to film Bommy, but he's over there somewhere.
King Bomb.
There he is, somewhere
Mr.
there.
101 man. 101 Bommy.
The champ.
Agent 101 caught 101. Chrissy got the 100, and I got the, how many did I get again? 98. That's me. 98 I
You'd
got.
like to thank the guide on the last day for getting you from 80 to 98.
Yeah, Chris guided me to get me to that 98 on the last day. Picked up 6. But in total, we ended up with 520. We are the champions, my friends. And we got, how many fish all up? We got 975. And we're still the champions. So 975 fish and an absolutely fantastic trip. And I think, as you can tell, everybody's had a reasonably good time. Nobody's been drinking. For the wives that are watching, everybody's sober for the drive, okay? So anyhow, that's it for the trip in September 2002.